happens in all business sectors. Business owners who can actually reframe their mindset to look at COVID-19, another form of disruption, will actually experience less fear, be more capable of making calm decisions. And it's all about focus and innovation. Joining us now, Jen Jeavons, founder and managing director of Pixel Palace. Thanks so much for your time, Jen.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look at COVID-19, it's really disrupted us, disrupted our way of life, whether we like it or not. And we actually have a chance now to try to look at the benefits as we come out of it.
We do. It's a massive time right now. Obviously, disruption is happening everywhere. It's not new in business, but this is a whole new level right now of disruption, not only to businesses, but to people and our lives and our futures. So,
it's been an interesting kind of test on human behavior as well, hasn't it? We kind of haven't all had this massive mental breakdown, even though you would think, I think if you asked anyone in January, what if we stopped everyone from going to the bars or the pubs, turned the footy off this year, that there would be riots in the street, but it just hasn't happened.
It hasn't. It's an amazing, people have to understand that we're not going to go back to the normal, right? We're going back to abnormal. So that is a huge adjustment for humans in general, but for business in particular, those who aren't ready to evolve and view this disruption as a chance to evolve and change and accept the new normal are going to suffer. So. Yeah,
for sure. And there's also a lot of business opportunities there as well. We know that some businesses, obviously, as we were just listening, if you're a music festival, it hasn't been great news. If you're a bar, definitely not great news. If you're a footy code, pretty hard to operate with isolation. But for other businesses, they have in fact been able to look at their commercial real estate portfolio. They've been able to look at the way that people operate. They've been able to look at the mental health of their staff and to actually have a conversation, to have time to have those conversations as well. Talk to us about what business owners have been offered actually in terms of new opportunities.
Well, that's it. Like when you look back even at the GFC, which is a smaller version of what's happening now, huge things came out, huge businesses and ideas came out of the GFC, things like Slack, WhatsApp, Uber, all those kind of businesses were founded from the disruption of that massive event. So this is a time for business owners to have a real innovation mindset and to be open to change and embrace that we're in a state of flux right now. And what that means is it's a chance to have curiosity and creativity and courage and pivot to something where you can come out of this ahead of everyone else. So we have this thing where we're like at Pixel Palace, we've been talking about viewing it as a disease or a disruption right now. And COVID obviously is a disease, it's a virus, but how we view it will really change how we react to this. So viewing it as a disease kind of leads to fear and worry and a sense of lack. And it doesn't allow you to make decisions from an emotional place of calm, where you make better decisions and you look beyond the car crash that's happening right now in business and life. So we're talking a lot about viewing it positively, like disruption, which leads to evolution and innovation and growth, versus disease, which leads to being conservative and leading to decline and eventually exit. So we've had disruption before. Look at when the internet came in as well. That disrupted everything, and a lot of businesses were put out of business by the internet. Didn't have to, they just weren't prepared to let go of what was and move forward and embrace the new normal. So,
well, when we think of the internet coming on board, I straight away think of video stores, Blockbuster and the like, and how they had an opportunity to beat Netflix, but they didn't. They allowed the new younger player to kind of take hold. Do you think that the disruption we've seen has been enough of a disruption to say to the old school big businesses that now your time is over, now there's a chance that people are looking for other things? You think of the big banks, that one of the only things they've got going for them is having bank branches, having ATMs and things. But during this, the last thing you want to be doing is touching an ATM. So we're all using tap and go. None of us are trying to use cash at the moment, which means these neobanks have this wonderful ability to jump on up and be the Netflix of our times.
Yeah, and that's the point of the viewpoint, right? Like the positive viewpoint is that things can improve here. There's the chance to flush out all the things that weren't working in terms of business, in your life even, big business, small business, whatever it is, and come at it with a new point of view, because the whole thing has been tipped upside down. So I think the other really, really big thing here is businesses in particular having a really clear why throughout the change. Why are you in business and why do you do what you do? So in times of disruption, having that has been a really, for my business and for the businesses that we work with, having a very clear purpose and a why has been a major game changer and allowed them to really move forward through this time of extreme change.
Jen, appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to us.
No worries. Thanks, Aaron.